Welcome to Collins Steel Installations. Collins Steel Installation is a division of Collins Steel Industries. Founded on ethical and responsible business practices, Collins Steel is an Edmonton-based structural steel and fabrication company that serves the commercial, institutional, industrial, and high-rise markets. Ever since Paul Collins started the business in 1984, the organization has been steadily working to improve the manufacturing and installation techniques of our industry. However, our people recognize that technology is only one aspect of innovating the construction process. Collins Steel is a founding member of the CISC Steel Center at the University of Alberta. The goal is to advance competence and innovation in design in the steel industry. We are a member to perpetuate our values in lifelong learning and to ensure we invest in the necessary linkage between industry and education. Over the years, our people have established a corporate environment which encourages creative problem solving, rigor in scheduling, and continuous improvement. The Collins Steel Installation Employee Orientation has been developed as an introduction process to assist with new team members getting familiarized with the organizational culture, your roles in the organization, processes, responsibilities, and background of the organization. Our core values: integrity, reliability, teamwork, caring, and continuous improvement. The Collins Steel Health and Safety Policy is the management's commitment to providing a safe and healthy workplace. This policy is posted on all work sites for review. Collins Steel Installation believes our people are our single most important resource. Our commitment is to our employees' health and safety. It is our goal to minimize our workers' exposure to the risks and hazards associated with our operations. Management is committed to the promotion and maintenance of physical, psychological, and social well-being of workers. Every employee, subcontractors, and visitors shall be aware and understand the legislative requirements, industry standards, and company policies and procedures that apply to their worksite assignments. Senior management and owner health and safety responsibilities. Provide overall direction for the health and safety program. Ensure all aspects of the health and safety management system are administered and enforced. Hold employees accountable for their individual safety performance. Participate in all elements of the health and safety management system as outlined. Management health and safety responsibilities. Provide overall responsibility for and apply the health and safety management system, including administration and enforcement. Provide information, instruction, and assistance to all staff, including training. Participate in all elements of the health and safety management system. Supervisor responsibilities. Lead by example. Be knowledgeable of, support, enforce, and apply the health and safety management system and relevant legislation. Take part in the health and safety management system, contribute freely, and complete required reporting and documentation. Employee responsibilities. Carry out work in a manner that will not create a health and safety hazard to the worker or other person in the vicinity of the worksite. Refrain from causing or participating in violence or harassment. Take part in the health and safety system, contribute freely, and complete required reporting and documentation. The purpose of the Health and Safety Committee is to ensure open lines of communication and a cooperative environment between workers and management. Create a strong representation and application of our health and safety system. Ensure that employees of Collins Steel Installation have a voice on the Health and Safety Committee to bring forth hazards that affect the health and safety and welfare of the workers and others affected by our operations. Ensure that health and safety concerns are addressed in a timely manner. Subcontractors and vendors. Work safely and ensure that the work performed does not create a risk to the health and safety of any person. Assist in the identification of health and safety issues and concerns. Participate in the activities or programs initiated by Collins Steel Installation that enhance health and safety. Visitors shall only access areas where they are authorized, shall wear proper PPE as per site requirements, must comply with Collins Steel Installation and site safety rules. The next section covers communications and how those are completed on site. Through a variety of activities, health and safety information is communicated to site stakeholders, including workers. Activities include toolbox meetings, job hazard assessments, field level hazard assessments, competency assessments, safety meetings, and site-specific orientations. Toolbox meetings are held daily on site. These include a review of the tasks to be completed during the day, a review of any recent inspections or incident reports, An opportunity for all to participate, bring up concerns, and discuss opportunities for improvement. Hazard assessment. Hazard assessment begins with formal job hazard assessments. We ensure that all workers that participate in these tasks or jobs have an opportunity to participate in the hazard assessment process and the review of the completed documentation. Field level hazard assessments include site and scope specific hazards. They are completed individually or as a team if all workers on that team are completing the same task. Field level hazard assessments require update as conditions change. Competency assessments are completed by supervisors with their workers. This is an assessment of the worker's capability compared to the job description. If there are areas for improvement, training will be arranged. Safety meetings are held monthly on site. These include a safety topic review, review of inspection and incident reports from all sites, an opportunity for team feedback on ideas, concerns, and improvements. Site-specific orientations are held by general or prime contractors for each site. They discuss site-specific expectations, hazards, and controls. They allow independent access to the site. In the next section, we will discuss specific policies and rules. We will review general rules and grounds for dismissal, alcohol and drug policy, workers' basic rights, the working alone policy, smoking policy, workplace respect and violence policy, non-compliance policy, and fitness for duty policy. General rules. Always refuse unsafe work and report concerns to your supervisor for investigation. Show up fit for work. If fatigued, injured off-site, or under the effects of a hangover, drugs, alcohol, or medication, report to your supervisor as per the alcohol and drug policy and program. Workers must be physically capable of completing their tasks. No cell phones or electronic devices will be allowed while working without the permission from your supervisor and as per the prime contractor site requirements. Smoking is only permitted in designated areas as per the smoking and vaping policy. Clothing and appearance must be appropriate for the work area and identified hazards. It is mandatory to report to a supervisor all work refusals, occupational illnesses, incidents, injuries, hazards, near misses, or unsafe acts and conditions. All personal protective equipment, PPE, required on site must be worn and used. All equipment, including PPE, must be inspected prior to use and tagged out if defective. Use the right tool for the job. Use machine guards and safety devices at all times. Tampering with or circumventing any safety device is prohibited. Vehicle operators must comply with Collins Steel Installation safe driving policy and procedures. All workers must be seated and secured against movement prior to being transported. Do not ride on machinery or equipment. Only those workers that have been deemed competent to operate mobile equipment shall perform mobile equipment tasks. Clean as you go. Maintain a work area free of unnecessary slip, trip, fire, or chemical hazards. Working alone on site is prohibited. Other workers are permitted to work alone as per the working alone policy and procedure. Zero tolerance. The following acts of misconduct are zero tolerance activities on all Collins Steel installation work sites and will result in immediate termination unless otherwise directed by management. Zero tolerance activities include horseplay and gambling during work hours, criminal or illegal activities on the work site, theft or attempted theft of property of any value, sabotage and vandalism, possession of firearms or other weapons, any physical fighting or other acts of workplace violence, harassment, threats, or sexual misconduct, tampering with safety, firefighting, or emergency equipment, smoking in non-designated areas, possession or consumption of alcohol, illegal drugs, or drugs that will affect the ability of effectively performing work duties during work hours, including breaks, participating in a conflict of interest by directly or indirectly soliciting, receiving, accepting, or agreeing to receive a thing of value, sleeping while on duty, leaving any equipment or machinery unattended while in operation, falsification of documentation, or failure to follow fall prevention rules. Violation of lockout, tagout procedures, operating equipment without property authority or training, or failure to utilize proper sanitary facilities. As part of our commitment to workplace safety, the alcohol and drug policy has been created and is posted on worksites for review. Collins Steel Installation recognizes that the use of illicit drugs and the misuse of alcohol, medications, and other substances can limit an individual's ability to safely and effectively do their job. Workers' health and safety basic rights: the right to know, the right to participate, and the right to refuse. Working alone applies if an employee is working alone at a work site and assistance is not readily available if there is an emergency or the employee is injured or ill. If a worker is required to work alone, the working alone policy and procedures shall be referenced and followed. The use of tobacco and vaping products will not be allowed within any enclosed space of employment, worksite, or work-related area at any time. Smoking and the use of tobacco or vaping products will be allowed in designated smoking areas outside the building or in a designated smoking area on a client worksite. There will be no use of tobacco or vaping products in a company vehicle or equipment at any time, as per the Alberta Tobacco Reduction Act. Collins Steel Installation is committed to the prevention and elimination of workplace violence, intimidation, harassment, bullying, and/or sexual solicitation, and is ultimately responsible for worker health and safety, including physical, psychological, and social well-being. Management will investigate all incidents of violence and harassment while maintaining the confidentiality of personal information for those involved. Collins Steel Installation approach for dealing with job performance issues and inappropriate employee behavior is through employee coaching and performance discipline. Notwithstanding, this is our preferred approach. The program may vary considerably depending on the nature and severity of the issues being addressed. The non-compliance policy follows these steps: verbal warning, written warning, suspension, and termination. It is essential that employees and subcontractors are physically and mentally fit to perform their duties and assigned tasks. Collins Steel Installation understands that not all fitness for duty violations are alcohol and drug related, and as such, offer open encouragement to all employees to alert management and supervision if or when they believe their fitness for duty may be compromised. Personal protective equipment that Collins Steel Installation provides: safety glasses, head protection, hearing protection, hand protection, respiratory protection, and fall protection. PPE workers provide: foot protection in the form of CSA-approved steel-toed boots. For worker training, the following courses will be provided: WHMIS 2015, fire extinguisher training, equipment operation and spotter training, and first aid for the required number of workers on the worksite. The following inspections will be completed on all work sites: formal inspections, informal inspections and hazard IDs, equipment inspections, and tool inspections. Formal inspections ensure that methods used to protect employees from health and safety hazards are effective. They can help with identifying any other hazards on the worksite and assigning appropriate corrective actions to those identified hazards. Ongoing inspections should be conducted by the supervisor and employees. In many cases, a supervisor can correct a problem by discussing an unsafe condition or act with an employee, or by issuing instructions or requests to the site contact to have an unsafe condition corrected. Preventative maintenance is the systematic care and protection of vehicles, equipment, machinery, tools, and facilities that can reduce the risk of injuries to employees and the loss of material assets for the company. Material, tool, and equipment inspections are completed to facilitate maintenance activities. We will review the reporting protocols for the following conditions: near misses, first aid, hazard identification, defective equipment, incidents on the job, non-occupational incidents, work refusals, instances of workplace violence and harassment, and when WCB reporting is required. Near miss: an undesired event under slightly different circumstances that could have resulted in personal harm, property damage, or loss. Once a near miss occurs, report it immediately to supervision via the near miss hazard identification report form. First aid is a worker injury resulting in the worker requiring assistance from the first aider on site. First aid reports are located in the first aid kits. These must be completed by the first aider. Report the incident to a supervisor and hand in the first aid report. Hazard identification. A hazard is an unsafe condition that may affect site conditions or the work to be done. Once a hazard is identified, report it immediately to supervision via the Near Miss Hazard ID report form. Defective equipment. These incidents or conditions must be reported immediately, and the equipment in question must not be used prior to replacement or repair. Tag out the equipment so that others do not use it. Incidents on the job. Unforeseen or unplanned occurrences in a sequence of events that results in an unintended injury, death, or property damage. Secure the scene. Help those that are injured. Report to a supervisor immediately. Non-occupational incidents. If something happens outside of work hours that affects your ability to work, let your supervisor know and we will accommodate as best as we can regarding any work restrictions. All workers have the right to refuse to do work, use equipment, or work in environments which they reasonably believe may result in an imminent danger to their own health or safety, or result in an imminent danger to another person's health and safety as a result of their work. Workplace violence and harassment. Report any violence or harassment concerns to a supervisor or manager immediately. Collect as much information as you can to aid with the investigation process. Worker injury requiring physician intervention will be reported to WCB the same shift. Collins Steel Installation has a robust disability management program. Support during the injury will be provided and modified work will be available until the injured worker is cleared for full duties. Information related to emergency procedures that we will review. What to do in a fire, what to do if someone is injured, who the first aiders on site are, what to do in the case of an eye injury, vehicle incident procedures, where to locate contact numbers, how to locate muster points, how to locate emergency equipment locations. In the case of severe explosion or fire, where supervision judges that considerable risk of injury would be involved in combating the problem, all employees will be instructed via alarm initiation to immediately evacuate the area and go to the muster point where a head count will be taken. Fire extinguisher training shall be provided. If the incident requires evacuation for worker safety, sound the alarm system or shout emergency, emergency, emergency. Report the injury to supervision as soon as possible. Do not move the injured worker unless there is a danger in the current location. Provide first aid to your level of training or stay with the injured person until the designated first aider arrives. In the event of an eye injury that is non-life-threatening, such as discomfort in the eye, Walters flash, suspected particulates in the eye, foreign fluid in the eye, take the injured worker to the optometrist or eye doctor for evaluation. Report to your supervisor. Vehicle incidents. If you can, inform supervision or management of the situation immediately. If the situation warrants it, call for emergency services. If there are any injuries, give the severity of injuries and the location of the incident to emergency services. If there is a fire, attempt to put it out with the fire extinguisher if you think you can without risking your safety. Site-specific emergency response plan. These are created by the prime contractor. Muster points will be identified by each prime contractor for each site. Locations of emergency response equipment are identified on the site-specific emergency response map. Until the facts of the emergency are clear and have been released by management, the media should only be told the following. A statement shall be issued by Collins Steel Installation Management as soon as possible. Until then, no information is available. Thank you. Safe work practices and procedures. Formal hazard assessments and task-specific procedures will be reviewed with you on-site by your supervisor. Thank you for your time today. If you have any questions, contact your supervisor, health and safety representative, or Joint Health and Safety Committee member. All phone numbers are available on the site emergency response plan, or you can email us at safety@collinssteel.com.